All right, Pisces, this is your mid-December 2020 love horoscope and tarot reading. I'm Ryan with Arrows of Love. Before we get to the cards, we're going to review what's happening in the sky. 2020 hasn't disappointed with its intensity, and of course, the stars are going to make some intense aspects the rest of the year. So you'll know what to expect, what to avoid, and what you can look forward to for the rest of the year. So let's get into it. The sun is sitting in Sagittarius in your 10th house of career, reputation, and your presence in the public. It's been sitting there for the last few weeks. It's getting ready to transit into your 11th house of Capricorn on December 21st. The 11th house has to do with hopes, wishes, dreams, group associations, friends, your network in the collective. So your focus is going to shift a little bit more to other people and larger ideas. But here's the thing. If things have been kind of weird on the career front lately, it's because Jupiter, the ruler of Sag right now, is sitting in Capricorn and in its fall position. So planets sitting in Sagittarius right now don't do quite as good because its ruler is being hampered in Capricorn. The good news is that the gas giants are moving out of Capricorn. So Saturn moved out as of yesterday. I'm doing this video on December 18th. So Saturn moved out of Capricorn after a 3-year stay. It's been in there since December 2017. Now it's sitting in Aquarius in your 12th house. And then Jupiter tomorrow, December 19th, is going to do the same thing. It's going to exit Capricorn and go into your 12th house of Aquarius, where they're going to meet up for the Great Conjunction on the 21st. What does that all mean? The 12th house is hidden things. The 12th house is rest. It has to do with the subconscious, and it has to do with karma. So this is a house ostensibly of endings. So the good news for you, though, Pisces, is that Jupiter picks up dignity when it moves out of Capricorn. So it does very well in Aquarius. You'll start to see a lighter shift. Good karmic rewards may very well come your way, but it might take a while because it's sitting right next to restrictive Saturn. So Jupiter is going to cruise through Aquarius over the next couple of months and actually head into your sign, where it's its ancient ruler. So before Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto were found, Jupiter was the ancient ruler of Pisces. So your ruler is coming into your own planet. Jupiter is the great benefic. Venus is the lesser benefic. It brings gifts. It's not in its fall position anymore in Capricorn. So you can expect some pretty good things over the next year, but you kind of got to get through the sludge of having Saturn sitting right next to Jupiter for the next, about a month or so. It will start to separate slowly, but it will in fact separate. December 21st is an important date. So we have the great conjunction of the gas giants in Aquarius, your 11th house, of hopes, wishes, dreams, group associations of friends. You can probably see some big shifts on that front over the next couple of years. It's going to affect everyone, but for you personally, that's your 11th house. So you can expect to see different things come up with your friends. You might be switching group associations. This is a perfect time to wish upon a star. So if you want something that you've been really wishing for, it might come true now, but we just have to wait for Saturn and Jupiter to separate. Venus this very same day. So let's talk about Venus, the goddess of love. She has been in Scorpio over the last few weeks. In her detriment, there could be some tension in the love department. That is your 9th house of long-distance travel, spirituality, personal beliefs, higher learning. If there's any tension on that front, you'll start to see a slow shift because Venus is now transiting out of Scorpio on December 15th, so a few days ago, and it now is in Sagittarius, where it picks up dignity, just by the fact that it's no longer in its detriment state of Scorpio. Venus, however, is making an awkward angle. It's called a quincunx, a 150-degree angle over to Uranus. Uranus is the planet of change, liberation, the future. So Uranus is sitting in Taurus, which is your third house of communication. Venus is going to make that quincunx awkward angle in your 10th house. So there could be still some things going on in the work front. There might be some annoying messages coming through on the 21st. And on top of that, Venus is going to make what's called an antitia. It's not a very well-known, talked about aspect in astrology over to Pluto, which is camped out in your 11th house of hopes, wishes, and dreams. That's in Capricorn. The antitia aspect, this is what you need to know. It's things you don't necessarily see coming. So the fact that Venus is making the quincunx over to Uranus and an antitia to Pluto, your 10th house of career, your third house of communication, your 11th house of hopes, wishes, dreams, and associations. There could be some changes in that front, communications. Maybe coworkers are leaving. Maybe there's some disappointing news on the work front. It's things that we don't necessarily see coming, or it's just an annoyance. Maybe you got to work through Christmas. It's something to that effect where not necessarily pleasant, not something you necessarily see coming, but keep an eye out for it on the 21st. As if that wasn't enough, right before Christmas, December 23rd, Mars, which is sitting out in your second house of earned income, money, resources, is going to make a challenging square over to Pluto in your 11th house of hopes, wishes, dreams, groups, friends, social networks. So again, these two planets, Mars and Pluto, rule Scorpio. Scorpio for you is your 9th house of hopes, wishes, and dreams, 9th house of higher learning, long distance travel, and spirituality. But here, Mars and Pluto are in your 2nd house of earned income and your 11th house of other people, essentially. So I did a little bit of research. This is power dynamics. This is power struggles. These are things these could be covert actions. These are malefic planets. Mars is the god of war and Pluto is the god of the underworld. It's things that we don't necessarily see coming. And I did a little bit of research on this, and Mars has been camped out in Aries, right? That's your 2nd house. You might have been dealing a lot with money since September. Mars retrograded in Aries from September to November, so we might still be cleaning up some of that area in the 2nd house because it's not out of that shadow phase yet. It's not out of Aries yet. It's not going to happen until, I think it's January 6th. So we got a little ways to go. But this square definitely produces power struggles. You have to fight the urge to engage in any of this. So just to give you some context, be sure you're watching the news around this date, December 23rd. The last time Mars retrograded in Aries, I'll just give you a little bit of an history lesson. November 1941, about a month after that, in December 7th, was Pearl Harbor. Mars was retrograding through Aries, and Uranus was in Taurus, which Uranus is in Taurus now. The next aspect where Mars retrograded in Aries was November of 1973. During that time, the Greek president was ousted from his seat. The last time Mars retrograded in Aries was August 1988. And during this time, 50,000 Kurds were killed in the Iran-Iraq war. And at that point, let's take a look here. Mars was making a square over to Neptune. Neptune is a dreamy planet. It produces clouds. It's also hazy. It can be very nebulous. The Kurdish 50,000 Kurds were killed by chemical agents. So you can see the relationship between Neptune, chemical agents. Uranus is the liberator. It's shock and awe. It's things we don't see coming. That was 1941. That was Pearl Harbor. And then in 1973, Mars was directly opposed to Uranus and Libra. So that had to do with partnerships. And that's when the Greek president was ousted. So this can be a very intense period around the 23rd. That's when Mars exactly squares Pluto. So be sure you don't engage in any power struggles during that time. Don't assert any dominance. It doesn't end well. So be sure to resist that urge at all costs. Oh, okay. One more thing. just in case that wasn't enough, we're going to have the full moon on December 30th in Cancer. That is an astrological cousin to you, Pisces. You are both water signs. Cancer and Pisces are water signs. And this is happening in your 5th house of fun, romance, and kids. So full moons always bring culminations, bring things to light. Could be endings on this front too. So if things haven't been so great on the relationship front, this could be the time that you either decide to break things off, or maybe it's just not going to work out. It doesn't mean love can't be found during this time though. So keep that in mind. It's just that right now the planets in your houses, it's tough stuff, okay? We got to clean up 2020. 2021 is going to have some difficult stuff too. We're going to be dealing with transition of power, authority, pretty much the entire year. Things get easier after June, but that first half of 2021, we're going to be cleaning up a lot of the crap that occurred in 2020. But, you know, for you, the big news is definitely Saturn, Jupiter moving into the 12th on the 21st. Again, that's clearing up karmic debts. That's for Saturn at least, that's about a 3-year transit. Jupiter's going to cruise through Aquarius, your 12th house, and then go into your sign. So it's like a little bit of a relief period for you because Jupiter is exalted in Pisces. So that's great news for you. You can see great rewards come your way and great opportunities because Jupiter is the planet of expansion and good luck, and it just expands anything that it's near. So keep in mind that there's good things coming your way, but you might have to wait a little bit, clear up some karmic debris over the next couple of years with Saturn sitting there. The 12th house is said to be the joy of Saturn, so, you know, take it in stride, Pisces. But watch out for power struggles on the 23rd. Oh, man. Keep an eye on the news, too. All right, Pisces, let's see what's going on with you in the love department. This is a general reading. The messages will not resonate with all of you. Be sure to check out your rising sign, your moon sign, and your Venus if this video doesn't resonate with you. Sometimes those signs, those planets will resonate more with you depending on what's happening in your natal chart. All right, here we go, Pisces. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive things and faith will bring you romance. Very nice card. Keep the faith. Pisces, you are the mystic of the zodiac. So you always have faith. You're very dreamy. You're very compassionate and empathetic. So just know better things are always coming. That's what it means to be optimistic. You don't have to be happy at all times, but knowing better things are coming your way means you're a positive person, and that's exactly what this is asking you to do. Release your ex. The time has come to clear the energy. We just talked about the 12th house. 12th house is karma. The 12th house is endings, clearing it out. The debris, the karmic debris that you build up, it's got to go. And Saturn and Jupiter are going to help you do that over the next couple of years. All right, let's dig a little bit further with the Tarot. Pisces. Yeah, releasing the X. So, the full moon is happening in your romance sector. That's your 5th house. That's going to occur on December 30th. So pay attention around that time. Don't engage in any text messages, any phone calls, any incendiary Instagram direct messages. Just don't even bother with it because it's not going to end well. Okay, so try to enjoy this period with the holidays, but let's clarify. So stay optimistic about your love life. Release the X. Let's see what we got. Ooh, the arrows of love. 8 of Wands. That's romance. So stay positive. It's on its way. King of Wands. Very nice. You might be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Got Wands energy in here. Ooh, Two of Cups. That is the soulmate card. That is partnership. Staying optimistic. Things might be coming your way. Pisces. We'll talk more about that. Release the X. Knight of Wands. More fire energy. Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. Ten of Cups. Might have been a marriage. Yeah. Five of Pentacles. Feeling left out in the cold. All right, Pisces. So let's take a look at your Angels card. So, like I said, you have stay optimistic about your love life. Good things are coming your way. If you're partnered up right now and things are a little bit rocky, stay the course. Don't engage in power struggles. Be empathetic and compassionate, but be sure that you're not taking in other people's energy and projecting it back onto other people, Pisces. As an intuitive sign, probably the most intuitive, you and Cancer are right up there. You have a tendency to take in other people's energy. So be sure you're protecting that and you're not projecting the energy and the emotions of someone else, right? And then release your ex. Oh, those exes. COVID. People, it's winter time. People want to shack up and get back together, or maybe this ex is causing some problems, or you just can't get rid of them, or they're wanting to come back, or maybe you're hung up on them. But let's dive a little bit further, right? So the first row, stay positive about your love life. You got some really great stuff here, to be quite honest. So the full moon might be a culmination in your fifth house of romance, fun, children. But I think some good stuff is coming your way, because the Eight of Wands is the arrows of love. This is what my channel's named after. Eros, who's also the equivalent of Cupid. I mean, this is what it is. So this could also be long distance travel. You might be traveling to see someone, but really this is the spark. So if things are kind of dead in the relationship or love department, give it a little bit of time, because good things are absolutely coming your way. And keep an eye out for fire energy here. You have the King of Wands, right? This is fire energy, like I said, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. This guy is extroverted, or girl. Women can exhibit King of Pentacles, King of Wands energy, but extroverted, life of the party, very fun to be around. It has an exciting energy to it. It's fire energy. So, this brings in excitement, and this person keeps you on your feet. And it's definitely a good pairing for you, because you got the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is always a partnership sign, and it has the angel wings. So there's a little bit of divine counterparts probably with this to a certain extent. The one thing I always say about the Two of Cups, because people say this is the soulmate card, remember that no one belongs to you. Relationships don't belong to you. These are soul contracts. People come into your life to teach you lessons, whether it's about love, money, heartbreak, whatever it might be. But just remember that this relationship, while it has significant meaning to you, whether or not it's a current partnership or one that is coming in the near future, just be aware that soulmate energy is great energy to be around, but sometimes this stuff doesn't always last that long. So it's usually here to teach you a lesson. So keep that in mind as you move forward. But this is a fantastic card to always get. I love seeing this for you, Pisces. You are the dreamy, empathetic mystic, so you deserve the best. Let's talk about your ex, though. Yeah. She looks pretty worn out, like, oh God, I can't believe I'm dealing with this again. Could it be another fire sign? This Knight of Wands popped up in Scorpio's reading. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. But this is also fire energy again. This is Leo, Aries, Sag. And again, the counterpart here, you have the King, so you're leveling up, so to speak, with your new romantic interest, or perhaps if you're in a partnership, this was definitely the right one to go for, because the King is the next octave of the Knight. So the Knight can be a little bit more immature. The Knight can be pretty flamboyant at times, and maybe a little erratic. They can be a lot of fun, but not as stable. So you got to release the X. You got to clear this energy. You might be getting messages from them with this full moon coming up. Watch for power struggles. That Mars Pluto energy is intense, even though it's not really happening in a love department for you. It very well could trigger you, so be aware of that. Don't engage. So this person could have brought you a lot of happiness, or at one point in time, and that might be the reason why you might be holding on, or they're holding on to you, because there was a lot of fulfillment here. This is a card, the Ten of Cups is a very happy card. So, this could be a very difficult situation to let go of. But the thing is, they left you out in the cold. Something did not work out here. And, that's the child and the mother walking away and feeling left out. So this could have been a big disappointment. This could have been a breakup. This could be a separation. And it's you moving away, and it's difficult, right? This card is difficult energy to deal with. But you have to remember to stay optimistic, Pisces, because you have really good stuff coming your way. You have passion. This is the passion card. Eight of Wands. This is the soulmate card, partnership card. This is you getting exactly what you want. As long as you clear out that karmic debris, right, in that 12th house, things are looking good for you. I'm just checking to see what, the 11th could be a friend. Maybe you have your eye on a friend. Maybe a friend has its eye on you. There could be possibilities there. So keep your eye open. I like this reading. You got to release the X, though. Don't engage in any power struggles. We're going to pull one more card for the outcome, Pisces. Let's see how we go. Yep, Four of Pentacles. This is the Miser card. I think this is more or less you. So when I see this is someone being stingy with their money, or in this case, a love reading, it's being stingy with their feelings. You're protecting your heart. So you need to protect your heart. If you hear from the ex, don't engage. Don't respond. Guard your heart. When it comes to the new relationship, it's time to open up, right? You're not quite there yet, though. You're dealing with this crap from the past. There was just a solar eclipse on the South Node. The South Node represents things from the past, the comfortable and familiar past, right? Guard your heart if you hear from this person. You'll know who I'm talking about. Don't engage in power struggles. Don't try to assert dominance. That's not really your gig anyway, Pisces. You're far more soft for that. But don't let someone try to tear you apart either. You are too sensitive for that. And be sure you just protect yourself through this. If you liked this reading and want to see more, please subscribe. Click the like button. We're going to do a full 2021 horoscope and taroscope coming up for you, so you know exactly what to expect in the coming year. And until next time, take care, Pisces.